This video will show you, the system administrator, how to set up and configure QQ Catalyst for your agency. First of all, let's take a quick tour of QQ Catalyst so you can become familiar with the terms that we use. At the top of each page is the global navigation bar. Just below that is the toolbar. At the bottom of each page is the dock. Notice that on the far right of the global navigation bar, the name of the user who is logged into QQ Catalyst is shown. When you hover over the name, a drop-down menu appears. As System Administrator, the drop-down menu includes Location Preferences. Location Preferences is where the System Administrator manages all the defaults and settings for each location. Click on Location Preferences to view and change the permissions for the location to which you have access. Go through each section within Location Preferences to do the setup for every location. Notice that when you change the location, location-specific information such as office address also changes. You can select and manage each location that you administer independently. On the User tab, you can edit the system timeout period. This refers to the maximum time that the user can remain inactive before QQ Catalyst will log them out. You can also change the default user language for this location. Set the default user language to either English or Espanol. When switching from one language to the other, all system menus, labels, prompts, and help will change to the selected language. On the Contact tab, you can set up the default settings for any new customer contact you add for this location. For instance, if most customers in a location have the same zip code, you should enter that zip code here. Preferred Languages refers to the languages spoken by your local customers and provides users with a list of languages to select from when adding new contacts. QQ Catalyst includes a starter list of occupations and industries. You can easily add more occupations to this list. Click Edit and then click Add Occupation. Type in the occupation you wish to add and click Save. You may also want to add more industries. Click on Add Industry and enter its name. Now select the occupation associated with that industry and click Save. Now, set up names for departments within your agency. Departments can be assigned to the employee contacts. Let's take a look at the Policy tab. On the Policy tab, set up signatures by location for Accord forms. These signatures are available to each user that has access to this location. To add a signature, first click on Add Signature. Now, locate the signature file you want to upload to QQ Catalyst. Any image file is acceptable, such as JPEG, GIF, PNG, and bitmap files. Remove a signature file by clicking on the Edit button, and then select Remove. Let's take a look at setting up agency and carrier fees. Setting up agency and carrier fees, along with default values, are necessary if you want to track these fees on policies. Add as many agency fees to this location as you need. Name the agency fee and choose whether the fee will be a default dollar amount or a percentage based on the policy premium. Then, save the fee. To delete a particular fee, click on it and select Remove. Carrier fees are the fees or taxes that the carrier charges the insured. These are included as part of the insurance policy. You can set up a carrier fee name and give it a default value as either a flat dollar amount or a percentage of the policy-based premium. The carrier fees entered in this section will then later be available when adding a policy for any carrier or when setting up commissions for a carrier. You may set up any Accord standard line of business. Click on Add Line of Business and add the lines of business you need. Select the coverages for all the carriers for which you write business. When your agency writes business, these are the coverages that will be available. Make sure to set these up completely and click Save when you're finished. You may add any cancellation reasons and endorsement reasons you want to be available to your users. These reasons will be selectable when your employees perform a cancellation or an endorsement. A policy source list allows your users to track how a policy was obtained. Click on Edit and then on the Add Source button to add sources to the list your users will see. On the Email tab, set up a list of company email addresses that are available to all users in this location. These are email addresses like sales@myagency.com. When your users send an email, they will choose from the list you create here. Click on Add Email, type in an email address, and click Save. When you save it, a validation email is then sent to that email address. Inside that email will be a link. Whoever has access to that email address must click the link to validate that email address for this location and do so within 24 hours. QQ Catalyst opens a browser tab and displays a message thanking the user for confirming the email address. Also note that the validated column shows the emails that have now been validated for this location. The Downloads tab allows you to set up your IVANS information. For each of your agency locations, you will need a separate IVANS account. Enter the correct information provided to you in each of the boxes. Note QQ Catalyst handles downloads entirely in the cloud. There is no software that needs to be installed. After you set up location preferences, you are now ready to add contacts. In QQ Catalyst, contacts include customers, carriers, MGAs, certificate and lien holders, as well as your employees. Once you have set up your location preferences, your next step will be to enter contacts. Videos are built into QQ Catalyst, which will show you and your users how to add any types of contact. When you select the contact type, the specific video describing how to add that contact type will appear. It is a smart idea to add as many employees, carriers, MGAs, and other contacts as possible before you start using the system. Here is what we've covered in this video: an overview of the global navigation bar, toolbar, and the dock, how to set up location preferences